I have my cat here with me while I'm doing this voiceover, so if you hear me shrieking, it's because he's attacking the mic that's on my headset. And it's like right on my face. So yeah. But he's in a very demanding, cuddly mood, so I feel like, this is a hands-free activity. I just gotta talk. I should be able to pet him and not be attacked. But yeah, so I built a Bloodborne-inspired house in The Sims. I will admit, it's not as Bloodborne-y as I thought it was going to be. Just because there's just not enough material, I feel like, in the game to do super Bloodborne stuff. And I didn't want to download CC because I am going to be uploading this to the store. I think I might touch up the inside a little bit before I do it. Just because I'm not super crazy about how the inside was furnished. Like, I feel like I could have done a much better job now that it's been like a day or two and I'm looking at it again and I'm like, yeah, that kind of sucked. But like, I just, the way that I made it, I might actually redo the rounded building in the corner because I wanted it to be a little bit irregular, and then that irregularity made it impossible to furnish. So I'm gonna probably fix it a little bit. But yeah, so I've been playing a lot of Bloodborne, which is like a fantastic game if you're really into Souls-like games and stuff. Bloodborne and Dark Souls are both great games. Aesthetically, I feel like I like Bloodborne more. It's prettier in like a dark, damp, disgusting kind of way. I like the Victorian vibe, It's just nice. And I have this tendency now, especially having gone and done schooling related to game design, I have this tendency to pick apart games while I'm playing it. Either I'll be analyzing kind of the mechanics of how the game works, or the aesthetics. And I try to like kind of file that knowledge away for later on when I'm making a game, like the project that I'm working on. And aside from Bloodborne and Dark Souls having really good, like, I like the difficulty of it, which is something I want to implement into a game one day. Ah, cat. Sorry. It's also, I like how they did their level and world building, both of the games respectively, but I've played Bloodborne a bit more than Dark Souls. So I'm when I say this, I'm speaking mostly about Bloodborne. I like that at the beginning of the game, especially because you're doing that like the demo area, quote unquote, but it's really hard. Just like the old Yarnum kind of district. And I was kind of going through there, and it's like, I know that this is actually a really relatively small space. Like, engine-wise, game-wise. Like, this is like 4 or 5 different little, like, big rectangles where I fight it, essentially. But it's so well decorated, and the way that the level building is kind of done in an almost like a spiraling upward kind of way, it makes it feel huge, So even though it was a pretty simple map in the beginning area, I found myself getting lost a lot. I found myself being like, have I been here before? Which I really like. It kind of adds a lot of dimension. I like how full it is. Some people might dislike that in a game, but I thought it was pretty cool. My cat's being cute. Anyway, and then aside from that, I love like dark gothic things and creepy churches and stuff like that. So I like the overall look of the game. And I would love to be able to do like something similar to that one day. Like, especially because especially for like indie game companies like myself, I think it's very important to choose an art style. Because if you try to go for something super realistic or modern, that'll age. And it'll age more quickly than you realize. Like, 5-10 years from now, your game is gonna start to be like looked down on because of the way that you went with the art direction. It's gonna look dated and a little bit icky compared to whatever the modern games at that time look like. So, but if you have an actual art style, especially if you can manage to make something a bit unique, then it doesn't really age. It becomes a novelty, and I feel like the game ends up having more staying potential. Like with games like Bloodborne, like I think Bloodborne is beautiful even now, even compared to some of the latest games that have come out. I think it was really well made, like aesthetically, and like there are even some older games that I feel like because they had a certain look to them, they still look really good, you know. Um, and I think that's something to keep in mind if you're in game development, and it's something that I've kind of put away for like reference, is to just kind of hold on to that and to think about um, more of an art style rather than realism. Um, like Bloodborne does have semi-realistic builds, especially when it comes to character models, but it's not like that gross, super high res, like trying to be very realistic looking thing. You know what I mean? Like there's, um, it's dialed down a bit, and I think that helped it a lot. Because there is such a thing as taking an art style too far and then kind of making it look crazy, you know? So I really think it did a good job of kind of keeping that in the middle. Um, yeah, so what I tried to build, instead of doing one like big gothic looking house, I wanted it to be compact and tight and like kind of smooshed together. So I tried to do like a little town ish, it's got the cemetery, it's got a church, it's got a library, and then I didn't furnish that last building. I was gonna put it as um like small apartments or something. But you could honestly make all of these different types of community lots and just switch modes between it if you wanted to furnish it. I think I'm gonna go back through and kind of redesign some of this stuff so you can kind of use it as a couple different types of lots. I just I'll do that off camera because I don't want to do another voiceover of this build. So once you see it on the store, and I'll be leaving my origin ID in the description, you could go ahead and download it and check it out because it'll be slightly different on the inside than what you're seeing right now, probably. If I get time to get to it. Um, but yeah, I couldn't figure out the roof, so I just kind of threw a telescope up there and called it a day. And I focused on kind of doing the shape of the buildings, the trimming, and then I did the walls. And then I moved inside, and that's where things kind of went downhill. Because I did the insides a different day. So I kind of lost... Kitty, stop it. I kind of lost the vibe I was working on. And the other thing is I was using tall walls because I needed to use those certain windows and stuff. And I wanted it to look a certain way. But then it makes the staircases absolutely humongous, so they ended up taking up so much space. And I could have used a ladder, but I'm like, that's a little bit unrealistic. Unless you're going into like an attic or something. I hope you guys have played Bloodborne, otherwise this is not going to make sense. Cat, oh my god. I'm sorry, that was probably really loud, and he just like nudged the headphone off of my head with his face. Stop it, you're so mean. You're so mean, Mr. Cat. Yeah, I think I honestly do really like the outside. Like, I'm pretty proud of myself on the outside. It's once I got inside that I was just like, well, what do I do? Floor plans? What floor plans? you know? And especially that round building, I literally just didn't do a floor plan. I just threw things in there and I was like, this is good enough. Um, which, kind of sucks, but hey. I feel like if I had more patience and time, because I also had a really bad headache when I was doing this, um, I probably would have decorated a little bit more, like maybe put some weeds along the foundation, which is something I tend to do. But I didn't do that. Like, I feel like it's honestly maybe a little bit too clean. So it has room for improvement, but I think everything that you do can be improved in some way. So I don't think that necessarily makes the build bad. It just doesn't. It just means it's not really great, you know? um, yeah, if you guys want to see me do any builds or anything, I recently started streaming on Twitch. Um, the I'll be changing my Twitch name in like 2 weeks because I can't change it yet because I want to change it to PrettyJaded because that's like my punny name now. I'm gonna be changing everything to that in a minute. So I'll just put the Twitch name in the description, and then when I change it, I'll go and update the description, and I'll probably just do a copy and paste description for all my videos that have like basically here's all my handles, you know, because I'm on Twitch now. I'm on TikTok. Sadly, I caved. Yeah, I'm on a couple of different things. And you know, since I'm not in school right now because of everything that went down with financial aid being all fucked up, I have a lot of free time, and I've always wanted to do like YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. I think my dream is to just do that full time, but I feel like every gamer wants to do that. But for me, it also just really makes sense because I want to develop video games, you know, and like I want to have my own game studio. Like I want to make my own games. I don't necessarily want to work for other people to make their games. Like that would be a cool job too, but it's not the same thing. You know what I mean? So, having the ability to kind of make a community and find people who are interested in the same things that I'm interested in, and find people who would be therefore interested in the things that I make in a gaming kind of, you know, I don't know, it just seems like ideal, you know, to make kind of that community for myself. So, I'm sorry this little section of the video is off kilter. I tried to fix it, and I'm still learning how to edit. I did manage to fix the rest of it though. I managed to crop and zoom it, but I couldn't crop and zoom this bit. So I'm sorry about that. I might be able to fix it. So you might have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's fine. The video is coming close to an end. Usually I tend to accidentally go over because I don't pay attention. So I guess I'll start saying my goodbyes. If that's okay? I know that the furnishing isn't almost done. But yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Twitch or anything, I'm trying to get to that 50 followers on there so I can start doing the achievements to become an affiliate on Twitch. So it would mean like a lot to me because, like I said, it's a dream of mine, really. So if you guys are into games and wanted to watch any live streams or anything like that, you can go over there and follow me. I think my plan is to also like simultaneously record my live streams and then edit those and do like highlights, or do like if I build this on live stream, then I'll do a speed build. I'll talk over it like I am right now. This wasn't done on Twitch though, so you know. That's kind of the idea, I think, overall. And then I don't know. It's craziness. Yeah, and then, you know, the usual stuff. If you like this build, if you want to see more builds, I think it'd be kind of cool to do a series of builds inspired by other games. Like, that sounds kind of cool, honestly. Then, you know, like and subscribe. I'm right now, Sims related stuff on Twitch that I'm doing is I'm doing a, what's it called, 100 Baby Challenge on Twitch. And then I'm gonna, you know, record it and edit it and put the highlights of it and stuff together in one video. And like, or a couple videos, obviously. It's gonna take a couple videos. And kind of do edited videos and stuff and put them on YouTube. But if you wanted to see the 100 Baby Challenge done live, you want to do a little bit of backseat gaming, if I have enough people in the chat come and dare me to do something stupid, I'll do it. Man, I'm stupid. I'll do it. I think it'd be really cool to have like a lot of involvement. So I put a hot tub in this bathroom, and it's because I was designing this as kind of like a wedding venue with a honeymoon suite. So, you know, we needed a nice little sexy bathtub, and I don't think you can have two Sims in any of the actual tubs. So I put a hot tub. So Yeah. And then I just kind of make this into some like bougie over the top bathroom. So if you were wondering what the hell that was, there you go. The inside of the building I feel like is less Bloodborne-y. It's very like modern and sleek and like fancy goth money. I don't know. So the outside is mostly the Bloodborne part. So please forgive me for that. I hope you guys have a great day. I am getting dangerously close to when I finish, and I don't want to go over time just rambling, so I might be saying goodbye too soon. um, if you guys have any other games that you want me to do, like, please let me know, because I will totally do some builds based off of other video games, and kind of have like a vibe check on them, you know. And if you guys want to see me play other games, you can also ask me, like, you know, be like, hey, play this game. I'll do it. Like, if it's on Steam, I'll do it. If it's a console game, like I have older game systems and stuff that I really want to do YouTube videos on, but I need to get a device called Elgato so that I can record that, and that thing costs like $200 or something. I can get it used for like 150, but that's still a lot. So I'm trying to save up for that because I would love to play like the N64 online and on YouTube and record it and do videos of me playing like, you know, Link to the Past, not Link to the Past, duh, Ocarina of Time, but also Link to the Past on the systems and stuff that's out on, um, or like the original Smash Bros, Paper Mario, stuff like that. Um, if you're interested in seeing me do things like that, I will be getting an Elgato eventually, but if you wanted to expedite that process, maybe check out my Patreon. You know, the money that goes there goes towards improving the channel and content and making more content, and it also goes towards the video game that I'm making on the side as a personal project, which is important because when I finish that game, any money that I make off of Livia, which is the name of the game, will be donated to charity. So by joining my Patreon, you're kind of joining into like a pretty big deal, you know. It'll help a lot of people in the long run, I hope. Which is the whole reason I have this channel, is just to kind of give that some gas, you know? So have a good day. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.